All right, no, we're here. We're here. We're 15 minutes late. Freaking crisis. I don't know what in the hell that was. Um, I couldn't hear you. You couldn't hear me. Well, not at the same time, but
We was almost about to
15
sign
minutes of
language this show.
15 minutes of me figuring out how to go on my computer and add me over here on my phone. Now I'm gonna have to stare over here at my computer the whole time, so I look like I'm, half. Well, I look like I'm, I look like I am what I am. Anyways, episode 56. I mean, I don't even have to look. I remember last week was 55. So episode 56 of the Pit Chatter podcast. A little bit different to speak. Oh man, my camera's all jacked up. I'm all jacked up. I'm all freaked out over here. Couldn't get the thing where man, I usually do it from my Surface. That thing was like on fire when I was trying to make it work there. I'm not sure what in the heck. I might have just killed that thing off right there. So
Time for an upgrade.
yeah, well, I'm on my phone this week, so I hope I sound good. I mean, you're usually on your phone every week, so I guess it works.
It don't sound
It,
bad.
anyways, I'm gonna pull up the chat over here so people can talk to us. Anyways, episode 56 of the Pit Chatter podcast. This week's episode, as always, presented by Yoder's Custom Meat Processing. Hell,
Can't beat
can't
that
beat.
meat.
That's right. Can't beat Lauren Yoder's meat. So got Doc Love, in the house here.
We
He
need his help.
listen. Oh well, here's what he had to say. Okay, it wouldn't have helped today. I mean, it would not have helped. I mean, I don't know what the hell happened there, but it would not have helped. Anyways, I'm derailed, and all my notes are on this phone. And if I switch out, well, you'll see. If I switch out, it'll black me out. You can
He
still hear
gone.
me, I guess. Can
Yep.
you hear me though? Yeah.
Yeah, we can
So
still hear you.
so all my notes is over here. So I guess no notes for this show. I guess we'll just wing it here. um Man, I done got myself so flustered trying to fix this problem. I done forgot what we were here to do. I think we're here to talk about some racing or something. But
Yeah, something about racing or something. I don't remember.
well, let's start off. What'd you do this weekend? I'm gonna assume nothing.
I did a whole bunch of nothing. It's the first weekend I've had free in a while. So all
Yeah.
day Saturday, I sat at home watching Flow, playing iRacing a little bit, and that's all I did.
Well, what'd you watch on Flow?
I watched a little bit of South Boston. I watched the full Cars Tour show. I
Yeah.
mean, full as in like from 3 o'clock it was on until whenever it was over at 11:30 or 12.
Well, you got your money's worth out of that one. I mean, because it was about a 47-hour show.
I didn't bother to look it up online to see what time the actual race started.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe, these early spring races, they're usually at 4 or 5 o'clock, not the
Yeah.
car tour race.
No.
So I assumed that, yeah, I was waiting on it for a long time. Finally, at whatever time, 9 o'clock, it came on.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, it was an interesting night there. I don't know if I'd call it good, but I'd say it was an interesting one.
That leads me to my next point. The car store ran an ad. If any of our listeners or anybody knows how to shift a single gear, show up to the next car store race. They'd love to have you. That's all you
Yeah.
need. If you can shift from second to third or from third to fourth, you're in.
Yeah. Yeah. uh they needed a few of those for sure.
Good God. I mean, they was driving out there like a bunch of teenagers and just learned how to drive 5 speed.
Um well,
Well,
they are
I
somewhat,
ain't never seen
mostly,
that many missed
partially.
shifts. And that's in the late model stocks and the pro late models, both of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't understand what was in the air that night. I don't know.
I don't know. Both races were an absolute marathon, man. That was crazy to see how long that it took. I mean, they're running out of damn gas in the late model stock race at the end, which is nothing new to the car store. Just, I mean, I thought they maybe had that figured out, but obviously they don't have anything figured out.
Yeah, well, maybe they didn't put it in the plan that three-quarters of their drivers were gonna, cause 12 car pileups.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Um, what'd you think of what'd you think of Cordell, however you say it?
Oh, it looked like a cool track. I'm still new to this whole no outside wall thing. I was texting you when dude
Yeah,
was sitting in the field over there.
yeah,
He done flew way off, mowed down some crops. He was out there farming. But yeah, it
yeah,
looked like a cool track. I ain't gonna lie. I until they said they were going there that I'd never even heard of that place. So,
yeah,
but it looked like a cool place.
yeah. It's a cool track. Not it, what did something you said to me? I don't want to speak out of turn. Something you said to me before it started. You said, "Man, the way they're hyping this up, this better be a good race." Was it?
You know, it was a race.
So no,
Yeah,
it was not. It did not
dude.
live up to the hype.
A lot of follow the leader. A lot of just not a whole lot of action other than them for getting out of shift and wrecking half the field. But that's
Yeah.
not. I want to see good hard racing. I want to see them beating each other in the door, and we just haven't been getting that really.
Chris Cannon said that Doug Barnes wanted a watermelon. That's why he
He
ended up
needed
over
he
there in the
needed a
field.
refreshment mid race, so
He
he
went
said,
over there
"Let's
to
go
get him
over
one.
here." Yeah, he did.
Yeah, yeah,
I love how he tried to fire it back up and drive out of that too, like that was gonna work.
yeah, yeah. He got a little too far off.
Yeah, he went deep in there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It didn't look that bad when they showed you the flat camera angle, but once they showed you the overhead, you could see how far he really was over there. You're like, oh
yeah,
yeah, you ain't getting
yeah.
out of
He left the ballpark for sure.
that. Yep.
um, Connor Hall, to nobody's surprise, took home the win.
Yeah, I mean he did. Not in any spectacular fashion, just
No,
he
no, but
won.
I tell you who is spectacular, man. Many Tyrell. These last few races has been spectacular.
Yeah,
He won one a couple weeks ago, I guess, and he's been up front every race.
yeah. I thought he had a solid chance this past weekend, but it seemed his car kind of fell off a little bit there at the end. But
Yeah.
I mean, still, he's killing it right now. I'm sure he'll win a few more throughout the year.
Oh, I'm sure. Did you catch Dale Jr.'s interview? I think short track scene, maybe Matt Weaver got it. Did you catch it?
I did not know.
I think he was just about as frustrated about the behind the scenes things of the race itself as as the people sitting at home trying to watch it. He was not very happy. He said he found himself in the car wishing he was in the booth helping them.
Yeah, I can see how that would, be an issue.
Yeah. Yep, for sure, man. The chat's dead tonight. I think the 15 minutes killed us. I mean, we
Yep.
got Chris Cannon and Doc Love. That's the only people in the chat. I mean, there's people watching, but they don't even want to talk to us tonight. So
They done moved on. They're watching
yeah,
something else.
listen, they were all in my that I'm over here in a crisis trying to figure out what the hell's going on, and I got 37 of them in my. I mean, that's more people than's watching right now, but it's 37 people over here in my instant messenger, on Facebook, trying to figure out what happened.
Well,
Why
to be
are you
fair,
late?
as far as how many of these live shows are we doing? Five, four, five, something
This
like that.
this is this is number six.
This is the first one we've been late on. Usually we're 8 or 7 before, right on the dot.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, I'm not saying that they're wrong, but boy, they weren't helping me at all. They were distracting me.
Well,
I'm over here trying to figure out why this computer's burning up. I mean, that thing was so hot when I touched it at first. I thought I burnt my hand.
yeah, you might have did her in there.
Yeah, I done overloaded her with the software here. Maybe I'm not really sure. Um, Anything else from the car store race of interest? I'm trying to think. Anything else interesting happened?
Not that I
I
can
don't
think
think so.
of, man.
Did you catch any of the Smart Modified Tour race?
I watched a little bit of the replay. I didn't watch any of it live, but
And
I,
Paulie Hartwig, he put it on them there in the final laps.
it was only a matter of time. And it's only a matter of time before hell we probably see that kid driving a truck or something in NASCAR. I
Yeah,
mean, if anybody's got the potential, it's that kid right there.
I don't know. I'm sure I just blacked out. Jesus Christ. Apparently the chat is rolling just without us. Okay, we cannot see the Facebook. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna have to pull up Facebook. Oh my God, what a great way to do this show.
Well, I tell you what, Josh,
What
my
a
brother
profound
just
way.
texted me and said, "Where's the podcast?" So I don't know what's going on here.
Well, it's hard for him to find stuff anyways. Hell, I don't even see it. I don't know what the hell's going on over here, bud. uh I mean, is it on here? Nope. So what are we live on? Let me go
It
look.
seems like all of our comments are from YouTube here.
That's all I see. Um that's live on my personal page. That's what I'm live on tonight. It's just my personal page, not Jesus Christ. Oh
Lord have
man.
mercy.
And we're doing great here tonight.
This
Hold
show's
on, let me
ruined.
let me go find this ignorance, and I'll find the comments on here. Holy smokes! Uh,
Rookie hour.
I mean, I don't. Why didn't it go live on the rest of the crap, man?
Doc, you're hired.
Listen, they're over here in the Facebook chat trying to tell me where to find them on the Facebook chat, like I can see them.
Josh Brown just messaged me and said you're only live on your page.
Holy smokes, man! Oh my God! You can't make this stuff up, man. And I for whatever reason, hold on. I bet you if I click on it, I can. Yo. Oh hell, I found the chat, boys. Holy smokes, they have been rolling. Uh I think I explained why we're late. Why are y'all not on the podcast page? Because clearly I'm an idiot. Um Terry Radford said we're talking about the car store race. He said that his wife had baby number 3 waiting on the car store race to start, and she ain't even pregnant. So I can't add
Yep.
y'all's comments to the show here. We can talk about it. Um, God, Lauren Yoder wanted to know if Wes. Um, thanks, Lauren. Lauren Yoder wanted to know if Wes put the clutches in the car store cars this weekend.
He might have.
I
That's what it
mean,
looked like to me.
yeah. And now I'm over here. Now I'm over here. I'm looking at this screen and trying to read the chat over here, and I got to watch myself be, a minute behind. I got to remember to look back over here to see, make sure we're good. Holy smokes, what a disaster! Um, Lord have mercy. Oh boy, let's see. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I'm on the wrong. You're right. I'm on the wrong page. Yeah. Mi- Misty Meadows said that my stuff's broke because it must have dirt in it. I mean, it ain't been to the dirt track. It ain't left my office. So, technical difficulties on my end, obviously, says Christina Maggard. No kidding. Or Stephanie says, sounds like I'm the problem. Clearly, I mean, that's been established long before now. Uh, Trevor Townsend said late ain't bad. No, it's pretty bad actually. It's a train wreck over here. Uh, Lord have mercy.
So since we're not live on the page, is this not an official episode? Which means we can say whatever we want.
No, no, no. We do not give you permission for any of that kind of ignorance. I mean, you'll turn Terry Radford on here in a second. Lord have mercy.
I can say
Oh,
like 4 words and get him going.
yeah, it wouldn't. I mean, we already mentioned Dale Jr. That was enough. Okay, that was enough.
I think Dale's a great guy, best guy around.
Christina Maggard said amateur hour. I mean, she's not wrong. Kent
Don't look
Chrisley
at me.
welcomed me to the chat here. Oh my God, Lord of mercy. All right, what else were we going to talk about? Because I mean, clearly I can't go to my notes before we black out here. So
Hell, I don't
what?
know.
All right, hold on. Let's talk about Ararat for a minute, um since we actually may get some cars on the track this weekend, man. And I've had a train wreck of about 5 weeks, 4 weeks down there. You probably you probably listened to the Bull Ring Banner podcast, and
Or
well,
absent thereof.
it was we had one last week.
I know, but I'm just saying that's indicative of how your time's going there when you don't record a podcast for 3 weeks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyways, so finally we got the track. I'm not gonna say it's ready. We got the track ready enough to practice. Um, sort of. Um, so we're gonna try to have practice Saturday, and you know me, I've always got some sort of problem. It's been one of those days. So I went to, I said on the Bull Ring Banner podcast last week that I had a crankshaft sensor, bad in my truck, and so I went to fix that today, and well, that ain't what it was, and I don't know what it is, and so now I've got one car headed to Franklin County, and me, I'm gonna walk to Ararat, so I think I'm gonna have to start tomorrow. Okay. Might have to
I'd
start,
say
or
so.
Kim's gonna have to take me there Friday and just leave me, and I'll get an air mattress and stay in the tower. Which
Just hit
I've
up
been
old
thinking,
Kent. He'll come and get you.
who?
Old Kent Chrisley, he'll come and get you.
Oh no, he'll be at Franklin County. He can't help me.
Tell him he's got to come early, about 8 a.m., pick you up, drop you off, and
Yeah,
then come to Franklin County.
yeah, yeah. He can't help me for sure. Uh, Lord of mercy. Lauren Yoder said that I look about as frustrated as I did some nights at Franklin County in the past. So I think he might be right. But anyways, so Ararat, we're gonna practice Saturday. I'll figure out how I'm gonna get there. Y'all figure out how to get your cars there. I'm gonna figure out how to get there between now and Saturday. Um and I may have to buy a car. That's the worst thing. The worst time to ever buy a car is when you are broke down with your other vehicle. Because then you buy some dumb piece of crap, and that's how I end up in all this crap. I mean that, and your hero Wes Gibbons. That's how I ended up in this one. So, but it's been a good one. I ain't complaining. I just
Hey, you need a new car.
frustrated.
You hit up on Sticky Ricky at River Ride Auto over here in Southeast,
Dicky Ricky.
and he'll hook you up. He'll get you in a ride, lickety split.
Oh man, Terry Radford said I could be him and drove F-150 for 15 minutes and blew the motor up. So I mean, you're right. I could be you. I'm not. Uh, let's see. David Sales says we're having a 3,000 to win street stock race at Ararat. Good thing we don't have a street stock division,
I guess
so
he's
we don't have
paying
to do
for it.
that. Yeah, I mean maybe. I mean he's probably made so much over there working at Ace Speedway. Um, he's probably made enough that he's probably gonna help us out there. So
Hey, I will say your lights look good. They
yeah,
actually
well,
properly light up the track. That's something I haven't been used to for a while.
yeah,
Franklin
well,
County's lights ain't look that good since '76.
just I want you to keep one thing in mind. You notice that I only showed you one side of the racetrack, right?
Trick
Okay, you
photography.
just keep that in mind right now, okay?
Well,
Because the other
that one
side,
stretch looks good.
yeah, oh yeah, the front stretch looks great. The other side, not so much. But we will. I've got a light out over there, and got some tree. You got some tree limbs and stuff in the way of some of the other lights over on the back, and we'll get that straightened out. Probably not this week before practice, but man, we had so much to get accomplished. Like last weekend, thankful, for the people that we had helping us, including the track owner Gary Nestor and Trey Cooper and Alex. I don't even know what Alex is last. Kim calls him Tits, so I don't know what his actual name is. Somebody can tell me in the comments. Maybe I don't really know.
We get a
Um,
lot of those people down there.
yeah, yeah, and Andrew, uh, gosh, man,
He's
terrible.
balls. He's just
Andrew
balls.
Andrew Langford. Um, those people were a godsend last week, and Nate Young, who's actually at the track right now working. He just sent me some pictures of where he's put in um, new pieces of lumber on some of the stuff here. Um, Heather Heather thinks she's funny. Heather Fackler says that I should ride the golf cart to Ararat. So I might have to. Okay,
Here's
it's
what you
mostly
do: you
downhill from
bring a
here. Okay,
generator and you set it on the back, and then you
hey,
can charge and drive at the same time.
that might do it right there. I mean, I got a generator.
You'll get there.
I, holy smokes, man. Anyway, so hopefully we'll be on track at Ararat this week, and hopefully we'll get to have our season opener next week. And I've still got a lot of crap to get done between now and then. And I got to hope the track stays together well this weekend during practice because moving all this dirt and doing all these things. You just never know what's going to happen with the dirt track. It's not like an asphalt track where it comes apart and you stick some concrete in it and you move on. I don't have that option here, so um, we'll see what happens this weekend. Hopefully, practice goes really well. Hopefully, we get a bunch of cars out there to get it tested in, and we'll be ready to open up next weekend. So, speaking of this weekend, Franklin County, which I mean, we would talk about all these other races that should have happened last weekend, but the rain got us. But Princeton, Natural Bridge. Um, we can talk about Shenandoah too, and I do want to talk about Shenandoah. We'll go ahead and talk about it before we start on Franklin County. But Shenandoah, man, they got their first night in. I believe Daniel Silvestri took home the win in that Legends division. They're a little short on stock fours. Wish they'd got a little more support there. I think they had four of them start. Wes Gibbons took home the victory. So, got
Who?
anything to add to that? Your dad, your
Never
dad,
heard of her.
your dad. Do you call him daddy? That's all I want to know.
No, Timmy's daddy. Daddy
Oh,
Timmy.
okay. Okay. Well, at least you got somebody to call daddy. So, um, anyway, so that looked
Starting
like
to
they
not
had a
sound right.
do what?
I said this is starting to not sound right. We should just move on.
Yeah, no, you're probably right. You're probably right. Um, yeah. Also, John Co. and Emily helped out a little bit this weekend. About left them off of my list there. Um, but Emily was in the concession. John, I stuck a weed eater in his hands. It fit him pretty good. So. Um, Terry Radford said I can pull the George Jones and ride the mower down. So Christina, if I had a squirrel, we would already be derailed here. Okay, so we would not be doing good. Um, man, David Sell wants to know. David Sell wants to know how many classes will be at Ararat. Five the first night, six the second night, and well, we'll see how it goes from there and see what divisions need to be, a part of things, going forward or adjustments we need to make or whatever. But I think we're going to be good in at least five of those divisions. One of them's kind of sketchy to me. So, um, Misty Meadows said the track's looking good, shining like a new penny. Oh, it looks great at the minute, at the moment. Um, we'll see how it looks Saturday. Um, Lord have mercy. Oh man, Heather said that speaking of you know Timmy being your daddy, she said that Tracy's going to be jealous because he's the daddy.
Hey, tell him to meet me in the bathroom on race day. We'll settle this. It's a whole thing.
What?
It's a whole thing. Inside jokes. All right.
All
It's
right,
not.
I should
It's
have
not
left
what
it
it
alone when you
seems.
told me to a
Actually,
minute ago. No, no,
it's
no. I
not what
should
it
have left it
seems.
alone when you told me a minute ago. You said this is not going in the right direction. We should leave it alone. Damn it, you were right. I'm
It's
sorry.
only
I'm
half of
sorry.
what you
Okay.
think it is.
Oh my God, I don't even want to know. Don't even take me down that path right there. Anyways, uh, I'm lost now. Oh man, Shane Tuttle said, "Let's sling some dirt." What were we talking about? I'm lost.
Shenandoah.
Shenandoah. No, we had done got done with Shenandoah. That was sort of. Hey, their food. You see pictures of their food, man. Obviously, I didn't get to try because I wasn't there, and I didn't pick you up, so
It
you didn't
looked
try it
good.
either. Yeah, it did. It did. What'd you think of their spin out fries? I like the name. That was pretty cool. Like spiral fries.
Yeah, that's cool. But the people are too. They're doofuses. They won't. I wanted to name all the stuff at the haunted house a bunch of fancy names, but I know they're gonna be like, "What's that?" It's on the sign right there, sir.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
I like it. Good idea.
it was. I was kudos to Chris Lilly and his gang for that. That was a good one. Um, Lord, I got to stop looking at the chat, and the chat over here is probably holy crap. Now we got people in the chat over here on Facebook for some reason.
Well,
I
they done
don't
figured
even.
out where we are now.
Oh
We
man.
was hiding.
Dale Bush. Here's a good question. Okay, I don't know that either one of us are qualified to answer this. Okay,
I'll
but what do
try.
you think? What do you think of the future of geographical growth is for the car store? And I mean, obviously, they went to Georgia. That's where the question comes from. Uh, I think you'll see them go to Jennerstown, Pennsylvania. I think you'll see them go to Nashville, Tennessee, and I think you see them go to Five Flags or New Smyrna or both in the next few years. And I think it's going to continue to spiral out of control, and nobody will be able to afford it except for the Cup Series owners, and it'll eventually become like the Bush Series. That's what I think. So,
That's exactly what I think.
yeah, it
This
is on a
whole,
terrible path, in my opinion.
I love the car store,
So.
but and I should be excited, but when they announced that the one race is going to be on Fox Sports, that's sign number one.
I tell you what, I shouldn't look at the. I should not even bother looking at the comments over here, okay? Because you got one comment that mentions something that people use the eggplant emoji to represent on their phone, and the next comment says through the lips, over the gums. Look out, stomach! Here it comes. Holy smokes!
That's my prayer before Thanksgiving dinner.
I'm pretty sure those comments did not go together, but boy, they're in order here for me. So.
They
Uh,
are what you make it.
yeah, Terry Radford talking about the car store, I'm assuming, says they couldn't afford to do it multiple times in a season, and I would agree with that. But they will, and Josh Brown says they're in the next ARCA series, sort of. And I don't know where it goes. I don't know where it stops, and who's able to actually hang on to it and run it. That's not a millionaire, and I don't know. We'll see. Yes, Emily Co. This is derailing very, very fast. I'm embarrassed. This is almost worse than the 50th episode. Okay.
Yeah, I
I
don't
mean,
know. I thought that one went pretty good.
I mean, you haven't taken us outside, so I guess we're one notch above. Uh, Holy smokes, Lord have mercy. Anyways, all right. Tell me about Franklin County this weekend. What are we going to see? I'm a, and I'm only going to be able to make assumptions here. What what are the fans going to see different? About the track because I know that's kind of the thing. We're making improvements as we go or whatever, and so what are the differences they're going to see, and what are we going to see on the track?
I tell you what, they're going to see on the track. They're going to see a lot of cars, and they're going to see a lot of turning left. That is guaranteed. I would bet everything on it.
Yeah.
So that's step one.
Well, you say a lot of cars, so Does that
I
mean?
didn't say. Did I say a lot? I swear I just said cars.
I'm pretty sure you said a lot of cars and a lot of turning left. I'm pretty sure it's what I just heard.
There's going
Okay.
to be cars,
Okay. Okay. So we're
and they are going
we're
to turn
clarifying
left.
here.
Every
Yeah.
once in a while, they're going to throw a right in there.
Before you continue on about Franklin, I'm gonna tell you something. Oh, I can make a list of things that drive me crazy, including people wanting to practice for free. I've already had that one today. But anyways, um, one of the things that drives me crazy is the fans, and I know they don't know any better, but it drives me crazy that they think that somehow the racetrack can dictate the car count.
You bring a
Somehow
horse of
it's,
water, but you can't make them drink.
you know, in the past there, my fault that there was only 7 late models or 5 late models or four, three, whatever. Timmy's fault last time, four of them. I don't get why. I don't get why they think that that's the case. I mean, you can pay anything you want to pay, you can do anything you want to do, and yet, look at South Boston. South Boston's a great example of this. Okay, so South Boston put out that $100,000 thing. We talked about it, 4, 5, 6, 7 episodes ago or whatever. About all this bonus money and stuff, and they had 14 late models. $100,000, okay, in bonus money, and they had 14 late models. There's $20,000 extra to the champion, right? Am I right? Or was it 30? 20, 30,
I think it was
something.
20.
Okay. So all that money, what did it do?
Nothing really.
And their crowd, and I'm not throwing on South Boston when I say this. Their crowd for them sucked. I know the weather sucked too. Don't get me wrong. And I'm not throwing off on them. I'm just using them as an example of how stupid this sport is right now. How it does nothing that you do makes sense, no matter what you pay. The and in dirt racing, it's funny. In dirt racing, a couple of the least paying tracks draw the most cars. You know what I mean?
It's just race drivers are they're the biggest wishy washy group
Yeah,
that I have personally ever seen. That's what when we make the joke. Really, it's not even a joke. If 10 people say they're going to show up, you can count on three of them
yeah.
to show up.
And David Sell, he corrected me. It was 13 cars, and he said there's 38,000 total to the champion. Um, Hickory had 5 cars. Ace had 11. I'm reading his comments. And Misty made a great comment. She said, "I wish I could control some of the things they want me to control, but it's just not possible. Getting on the cell tower right away." I mean, now let me tell you a little story about that cell tower. Okay, that we're gonna blame that one. We're gonna blame that one on the ownership there. They should be a cell tower sitting right back behind there. You know what I mean? Right behind the tower, actually, right about where the mud bug is. Why that is not the case, mm, I got no clue.
He was
Because
scared
they,
that the government was going to use 5G to get into his brain.
uh, I'm gonna refrain from responding to that, okay? Because Lord have mercy.
A little more true than it seems.
Mm, 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 mm.
He thought they was going to spy on him.
I'm moving on. Um, Lord have mercy. You know, and David points out that they had 17 modified today, and that's a great car count. Hopefully, they kind of fixed where they got some domination, you know, with a couple of the cars there. Um, uh, I'm gonna kill Josh Phillips. I can see that now. He's not gonna make it to Saturday to run the Outlaw 4 race. I can see it right now. Um, anyways, but they did, and South Boston had 19, I think, limiteds. Of course, it was 3,000 to win, 500 to start, 600 to start, whatever it was. And that matters, I guess, a little bit. But it also the hype of that race, I think, mattered more than anything. So Yeah, the comment section has gone down the wrong path. Okay, they are going down the wrong path, and now some of the comments from Facebook are showing up over here on the other side. So like Shane Tuttle's comments are showing up over here. Alex Brown, which doesn't show up over on the other side. I don't know what in the world is going on. Alex is worried about his virgin ears. And, uh, okay. Uh,
Well, at least they're going downhill with us.
God, this is the world's worst show. Okay, I mean, I'm just telling you right now. Alex Brown, he said, "Hey, hey, hey." I don't know why he needed so many hays. He's not a horse. Listen, Noah is on to something with that cars turning right. Some cars turn left, but then you have some that like to turn right. And by right, I mean right at the exit to turn four wall. No, Noah would be right if he mentioned turn two wall. Okay, but he wouldn't. The
That's
only
my
ones that
favorite
turn toward
spot.
the right and turn four wall is Trey Cooper. So, and he's already picked him. Trey's done said he picked him out a spot. I even guessed where it was, right off of turn two. He's going to take over turn two at Ararat. He's going to hit the wall right back there. So it's good.
Have them sign it.
Yeah, for sure. Uh, anyways, so all right. So the Outlaw Fours are coming. What are you expecting? I mean, we're going to have big field, small field, medium field. I know that class is all over the damn board, and they'll make big promises to you. And one race, they'll show up and they'll make you think that they're coming back in the next one, and then, well, they kick you right in the nuts. I've already been there. I've been kicked in the nuts a couple times.
Well, yeah, if you look on social media, it's looking great. We might have 40 cars out there. But I'm just being real, and people can get upset if they want to. It's the same. It's the same for the most part, not all of them. Like I know Chris Amos, dude, he's the most loyal guy you could ever have. He'll show up no matter what. But a lot of these guys that have been saying they want U cars or outlaws for. I've
Yeah,
been there for this is my fourth year, and
something like
they
that.
say that, and then I know like two or three times you gave them a chance before, and nobody shows up.
Yeah. Well,
So
they
I
did. They
love
usually did the first time though. That's the problem. They lured you in. They man, you give them one race and they just reel you in. They just set the hook on you, and you give them more races, and then that's when they bite your butt.
yeah,
And that's what I expect
but
is going to happen this weekend. I've been talking to um, a bunch of people that are running that are planning to run that this weekend, and it sounds like that's exactly what's going to happen again.
man, I hope not because it would be such a cool class
Oh, it's an awesome
if
class.
we could keep it going.
Yeah. Oh, I would agree. I would agree.
So I mean, I hope it works out, and I think it will be decent amount of cars this weekend, but
Yeah.
we'll see. I ain't gonna hold my breath for it. We'll see when it comes time for the green flag to drop. How many of them's really out there?
Yeah. Yeah. Jesus. Josh Phillips. I haven't killed him yet, so he's still in the comments here. He wanted to know if I remembered when he volunteered to run the track and had a schedule made, and Stock 4 was going to run a race with right hand turns only. You remember, back this winter when,
Let's get it,
everybody
old
did
son.
32 different leases. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I got some decals and some t-shirts and stuff with t-shirt transfers actually with that on it. So I
He
still need
he
to sell
did that.
those.
He did that the wrong way. He had so many people freaking out thinking that was legit. If
Oh, I
he
know.
had if he had just subtracted like one or two things from where he posted that, because there was like two things that just you could tell it was like, okay, this ain't legit.
Yeah.
He could have went along with it for a while.
Yeah, he went a little overboard there. So
But
he had
he had
oh, I
people
know.
protesting. They were like, "Screw this, we ain't doing that."
Yeah. 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 Yeah, for sure. For sure. What's I mean, I hate to even talk about it, but I mean, we obviously need to. I mean, you got late models and super streets back on the docket this weekend. What I mean, we're gonna see. I mean, are these guys? Well, I say late models. Y'all are calling them limiteds. The same thing. Um, but what do you think? I mean, we're gonna see the same guys, more guys, same guys plus more guys, different guys. What are we seeing?
With Super Street, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
I don't know about them, but late models, as you've seen the past few years there, dude. Sometimes them late model dudes will just show up out of nowhere,
yeah,
and they'll put on a hell of a race for you.
yeah. Well,
And
for
then the
second,
next
but
week, and then there'll be two of them.
yeah. No,
So,
I'm with you.
so who knows? I'm hoping that more and more people start coming uh, throughout the year, and I think they will. But yeah, I don't know. You never know with them late models, man.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. I agree. It's frustrating. I don't, man, and I know I've said this before. I just, I don't see, and I know you've agreed with me. I just don't see this. I don't see the super streets and the late models working out. You're pulling from the same car, thing there, and maybe it just takes time. And but I've given them, in the past a lot of time, but things are different, and persons are different, and structures are different, and you know, we'll see. I hope so.
Yeah, I hope it works out.
Yeah. We're not going with Josh Brown's thoughts here. So we even got your hero in the chat here. He's looking for a good lawyer. Brian Rousey's in the chat here.
We're going to have to get him in here one day to talk about
Oh my God.
his legal troubles.
Lord have mercy. I mean, it'll probably shut us down. Facebook will probably shut us down.
Yeah, we can't do that one live. That'll be a pre-recorded.
Oh man. Yeah, he just said we need him on the mic one night. So yeah, I mean you're not wrong. You're not wrong. We'd love to do that actually. So speaking of what we were just talking about, Mike Gord, he said that Jesus, the chat's moving too fast here on me. He said that Super Street is what don't make sense. Is so many of them just sitting. Yep, they're waiting on the golden racetrack to open back up there, and I hope it does for them. I don't think so though. I don't know why. You got Diaz, Mike Diaz, and David Sellen here. They want to talk crap about me in the chat here. Talking about me rambling on. And Lord, I don't ramble half as much on this show as I do in real life when I'm talking on the phone. So,
You haven't
uh,
poo-pooed on Southern National yet. That's a start.
yeah, well, I mean, he's gotten smart. He's running this week. No, he doesn't run this week. He's running in 2 weeks. He's done taking his late models off, or I think he is. And maybe that's inside information I shouldn't speak on, but I think so. I mean, I would hope so. Um, and he's got the Southern Ground Pounders coming. They were supposed to go to New River, and we've done talked about the New River fiasco down there. So I hope they get their ducks in a row, but man, it ain't looking good. So they were supposed to go down there, and now they're not. Um, so Tyler Gross,
There he went.
what made you want to go to dirt track? What kind of I'm bringing in? Well, what made me want to go to dirt track? And um, I don't know
I think your
what the hell is
Floyd
going
County
on here.
internet's taking the poo-poo
But
on us.
anyways, I've always wanted to go try promoting a dirt track. Um, you know, Opportunity just came about to where I could, and here we are. That's all I know. Special divisions got the American All Star Crate Series and the Carolina Sprint Tour. That's two of them. But I mean, I'm gonna try to be a promoter here. Everything's special. Everything we're doing special. It's all exciting. It's all great. Um, I mean, and I hope it is. So, um, let's see. I don't Ricky Campbell and Rousey in here in the comments talking. That's interesting
Sticky
looking.
Ricky.
Um, Apparently I'm still on 2G. I don't know why my thing was blank in there. I think it's because that idiot Diaz was calling me. He's messing everything up. So he'll probably call again here in just a second, just so he can be in pain in my ass, because that's what he
You were
does.
delayed there for a second. I was worried. I
And
didn't
I'm
know
not
what
on
was going
2G.
on.
I'm on gig speed internet here. So Lord of mercy. All right, what else, Noah? This has been such a great episode that I'm sure we should just continue talking on.
Hell, I don't know.
And now I've lost you. I can't hear you. So this is the
Lord
greatest
have
episode ever.
mercy. Here we
What in
go
the hell is
again.
going on here? What in the world? So I don't know if anybody can hear
Got
me.
that boof
I don't
internet.
know if uh I can't hear
I
I
can
can't hear
hear you,
Noah at all. I
buddy.
can see him giving me the thumbs up. I can see him talking. Maybe y'all can hear him. I don't really know. But apparently my AirPod died. Hold on, let me try another one.
Langley's a
Lord have
bum.
mercy.
He's a whole bum.
All right. Can I hear you
Can you
now?
hear me now?
Nope. Can't hear diddly. All right, I'm done with this show. This has been the worst episode ever of of the damn Pit Chatter podcast, and hopefully the next one's better because we ain't even gonna get any bing bong, or maybe we are. Maybe they can hear us, maybe they can't. I have no damn idea. So I'm getting the hell out of here. We're done with this episode.
Bing
I'm
bong.
getting out of here. Bing bong.